Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today topic of my presentation is poetry. First of all, welcome you all to my channel Learning with Qurban Nasir. Let us discuss today's lecture, poetry. Sequence of my presentation will be what is poetry, elements of poetry. There are different elements of poetry, but in today's lecture I will discuss only stanza. Let us first see what is poetry. Like other genre of literature, poetry is a major literary genre which conveys the poet's imagination and transfer the culture of their time to the other coming generation. By studying a poetry, we see what happened, what becomes, and what was going on at that time of the poet. Poetry, if we see the history of poetry, it is a pro-history time available. It is available pro-history. Near about 4,000 years ago, history is found. Earliest in the early time, the poetry writer believed to have been poetry have been sung or recited, as nowadays we recite Bible and Quran. At that time, people sang it by reciting. The earliest poetry exists in the form of hymns. Hymns mean religious song. Mean to say, at the religious occasion, poetry was sung. The example of this religious song is Amazing Grace. It was sung during Christian worship. Like other genre of literature, poetry is written to share ideas, express emotions, and create imagery. A poet chooses the word to share his idea by his imagination to the reader. Poet chooses word for their meaning. He chooses such a word which give acoustic and arrange his words to create a tempo which is called meter. Mean to say, there is meter in a poem. Meter mean there is stressed syllable and unstressed syllable, which is this poetry is the collection of this stressed and unstressed syllable. Then the poet forms a line, then stanza, then a full poem, which tells us about the imagination of poet and creates the emotion when we read this poetry. Some poets write it in rhyming scheme like bunny and funny, and some poets don't give it rhyming scheme. They write it with free verse, blank verse. Means that there is no rhythm, there is no meter, but they write it. This poetry remains from the pro-history time to till it remains a part of art and culture. If we see the elements of poetry, there are different elements of poetry like stanza, rhyme scheme, blank verse, rhymed poetry, free verse, epic, narrative poetry, sonnet, elegies, ode, lyric poetry, ballad, a soliloquy. These all are the elements of poetry. But in today's lecture, I will discuss only stanza. We will understand it in very easy way. Let us discuss what is stanza. Stanza is a main building block of a poem. Mean to say, as we see in a house, there is a room. Likewise, stanza in a poem is like a room. This stanza is found in all type of poetry, whether that is poetry in the form of poem or in the form of music. This stanza is found early to modern poetry and from classical music to modern poetry. Mean to say, this stanza is found in all type of poetry. Let us see the example of a stanza. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. If we see, here is a meter and rhythm, rhyming scheme. If we see how this rhyme, day and May, temperate and date, mean to say the rhyming scheme of this stanza is A, B, A, B. This is a very good rhyming scheme of this stanza. Stanza is a series of lines grouped together in order to divide a poem. Mean to say, a stanza, there are different lines in which there are different, in a stanza, there may be different lines, maybe 1, 2, 3. This stanza, these lines act as a part of poem or a part of stanza. As we see in prose or novel, there are different paragraphs written. One paragraph tell us about an idea. Likewise, that like the paragraph, a stanza in a poem works like a paragraph. Every stanza in a poem has its own concept and serves a unique purpose. A stanza may be arranged according to rhyming pattern. A stanza can act as a poem, but sometimes it is part of poem. A stanza can be with rhyming scheme, maybe it is without rhyming, like free flowing verse that has no form and structure. Let us see how stanza works in a poem. In Italy, in Italian language, the word stanza means room. Its function in a poem like room function in a house. As US poet laureate Billy Collins says, you are taking the reader on a tour of the poem. Reader room by room, like taking someone through your house and describing it. Mean to say that this poet says that stanza in a poem is just like room in our home. When a guest comes to you, you take the guest from room to room and describe about your home. Like this, writer and poet takes the reader stanza by stanza to the poem and tells about the unique idea, about his imagination from stanza to stanza. In this way, stanza can be particularly revealing the structure of poem. By the stanza, you can understand the structure of the poem, how this is stressed. This poem is by meter or without meter. Are there stressed syllable, unstressed syllable? All these elements are told in a stanza. Stanza says a lot about the poem, just as the rooms in a house say a lot about the house. If we see a room in the house, a room tells about the story of the house. Likewise, a stanza in the poem tells about the history of the mind, what he wants to convey his message. Let's see, there are different types of stanza. Let's see how stanza is formed. Different writers write the stanza of a poem in different style. There may be meter, rhyming scheme, the syllabic beats of a line. Mean to say, there may be in the line of a stanza, there may be stressed syllable and unstressed syllable. It can also be a free flowing verse. Mean to say, there is no structure, there is no formal structure of the verse. How many group of these lines have? Let us discuss all this one. First of all is monostic. Mean to say, it is a kind of stanza which consists of only one line. That is called monostic. Monostic can also act as an entire poem. Mean to say, there is only one line that can exist as a stanza. It may be a part of stanza. Let's see the example of monastery by A.R. Emmons in Coward. Bravery runs in my family. This one line verse shows act as a whole poem. Next one is couplet. A stanza with two lines that rhyme is called couplet. Let's see the example of couplet. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow. This is a well rhymed two lines of a poem, sorrow and morrow. These are AA. These are the well rhymed lines. Next one is tercet. When there is a stanza which has three lines that either all are rhymed, mean to say all three are rhymes, but sometimes all three lines are not rhymed. They may be A, B, A, mean to say first line is rhymed and third line is rhymed, second is not rhymed. Let's see the example, Ode to the West Wind, which was written by P.B. Shelley. Yellow and black and pale and hectic red, pestilence stricken multitude, although who charioters to their dark wintry bed. These lines are taken from P.B. Shelley's poem, which is rhymed by A, B, A. Red and bed, these are rhymed, and second line is not rhymed. Next one is quatrain. This poetic term is derived from French word quater, which means four, as it described from its name. Quater means four lines, mean to say a series of four lines that makes a stanza of a poem is known as quatrain stanza. It can be a poem, these four lines can be a poem or maybe one part of the poem. If we see today's poetry, this quatrain is very famous. This is most of the poets write in this form of quatrain. Different rhyme scheme and rhythmic pattern. If we see the example from When You Are Old by William Butler Yeats. When you are old and grey and full of sleep and nodding by fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. These lines are taken from the William Butler, who wrote these When You Are Old. Next one is quatrain. When there are 5 lines in a stanza, that is called quatrain. These 5 lines may be free of verse, may be rhymed, may be blank verse. There are variety of quatrain stanza, and there is no meter in the quatrains. Let's see the example. The loss of a lover breaks your heart, scattering your soul into the grey hole of purgatory. No longer destined to gather to heaven and never deserving of hell. This stanza is a type of quatrain. Let's see sestet. When there are 6 lines in a stanza, that is called sestet. The example of sestet is When I Have Fear That I May Cease to Be, written by John Keats. And when I feel fair creature of an hour, that I shall never look upon thee more, never have relish in the fairy power of unreflecting love, then on the shore of the wide world I stand alone and think, till love and fame to nothingness do sing. This is the example of sestet with the mean there are 6 lines in this stanza. Septet. Next one is septet. Septet means when there are 7 lines in a poem, in a stanza, that stanza will be known as septet. Example of this septet by Annabelle by Edgar Allan Poe. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we, and neither the angel in the heaven above, nor the demon down under the sea, can ever deserve my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle. Next one is octave. A stanza with 8 lines written in iambic pentameter or 10 syllable beats per line. Mean to say, when there are 8 lines in a stanza, that is called octave. This type of stanza was written at the time of Shakespeare time. This is mostly famous at that time. As William Shakespeare says in his sonnet, "Take, oh take those lips away that so sweetly were forsworn, and those eyes the break of day, lights that do mislead the more. But my kisses bring again, seals of love, but sealed in vain, If we see the rhyming scheme of this octave, away day, A B, and in the next 2 line, A mean again, vain. This is a rhyme. This is all about